just dominate those innings.
Oh, it's good. I mean, sometimes it takes a while to get your bullpen going, and with us, it was a strain early, and Jackson's been better, and Brooks has been better, and then Mikey was really good tonight, and KC was good. So it's hopefully we're building something there.
And you mentioned KC, that's 3 appearances in basically a week's time. How would you kind of assess where he is right now?
I think he's pretty good. I think he's in a good spot. I mean, we're trying to get him out there when the game's not on the line. So that's, tonight being able to put him out there then. And I think this weekend the game went on the line when he pitched either. Kind of came in a blowout. So he's got to get out there and pitch and get some outs in critical parts of the game. But I think he's worked back, has some volume, has pitched and then had to get himself ready to pitch again. So we're pretty pleased where he's at.
What are you seeing from Luke Hancock the last 3 or 4 games?
Starting to get it going. I think it's just just was struggling, and this game kind of goes hot and cold, and he's on the hot side right now, which we need. I thought Brad Cumbus was good tonight too. Stayed on some balls and used the middle of the field there on that big double. So we need those guys. It's going to be a big weekend coming up.
And you talk about
Brandon to get in there. What did you think of Brandon today? You said he was good, but what did you like from
Brandon Smith? He was able to throw his fastball wherever he wanted. He threw a lot of nice inside fastballs and threw some nice changeups and sliders, and just pitched efficiently. We haven't pitched efficiently a lot, so I liked what he did tonight.
Luke's a guy too that when he's had his struggles, you kind of let him stay in the lineup, let him work through it, and now he's rewarding your patience for that. Other guys kind of in and out of the order. As a manager, how difficult is that to manage on who to leave in and who to sit for a while?
Yeah, it's tough, and it's tough because you got to explain it to the team too. Some guys can probably get a longer leash, but Luke Hancock's been here a long time and had a lot of big hits and done a lot of great things. And Luke, when he's not hitting, he still gets on base. He still runs you 6-7 pitch at bats. He just does a lot of things. And so then there's other guys that are just trying to figure it out. We have guys that we don't know, and we're trying to play a lot of matchup right now. The shortstops are playing matchup, and that leadoff spot, just trying to find the right guy.
With Mikey there, that last pitch of his first inning work, that strikeout, was that a changeup, and is that something that he's trying to incorporate?
Yeah, he has. He's a little bit different breaking ball too. So it's more of a slider than a curveball, and he mixed in some nice changeups tonight. So he pitched tonight. That's maybe the best way to say it. Sometimes he throws, and tonight I thought he pitched, which was big.
Have you been seeing good bullpens from him this year? What's that?
Well, I think they've been better lately. I think that's it. But Mikey just sometimes gets in the game and just gets excited and starts to overthrow. So his bullpens are usually a lot better than the game, and he's got to learn to take it to the rubber and be able to handle it. The game, everything, the pressure of the game, and he did that tonight.
You talked about mixing and matching some at shortstop. It appears to me that Legg has really taken a step forward defensively. He was good last year. There are times he's great this year, and had a rough Friday, but it seems like he has advanced his game defensively. As a guy that coaches defense, how would you kind of assess his performance?
Oh, he has definitely improved tremendously defensively. He would always make the great play, and he's learned to make the routine play over and over. And I even told him on Saturday, I grabbed him because I didn't want him to think he was not playing on Saturday because he did have a tough game on Friday night. It's just where we wanted and what we want to do with Lane and everything else. We're just trying to match him up as good as we can. Lane's a little bit better defender. Legg's a little bit better, offensive player and can do some things. And so we're just trying to match them up, and a lot of times they're splitting games. I thought the biggest play of the weekend for us at Arkansas was that he tagged up on McGowan's ball in the corner. I mean, we don't score the run. Everybody talks about Luke's hit, but that is a really good piece of base running. And Legg's one of our better base stealers, base runners, can bunt. I mean, and being able to put some pressure on LSU this weekend, it might be huge to be able to have some guys in the lineup that can put a little pressure.
You mentioned LSU. What have you kind of seen from them? I know they're kind of in that bunch of teams in the West that are battling for some.
Yeah, we're all about in the same world except for Tennessee and Arkansas, I think. So they got some really talented guys, especially some hitters, some older hitters, some guys who could be big leaguers in that lineup, and some talented arms. I mean, they'll pitch and they'll pitch with some power at the back end. So it'll be a big weekend. I mean, across our league, it is just a heavyweight fight every weekend, and they're usually coming out and being won on Sunday, those series. So we're going to have to compete, and we're going to have to play good baseball.
You've gotten McGowan some starts lately. What are you thinking of the center field competition right now with those 3 guys?
It's hard. I mean, we're probably going to match up in that way a lot too. McGowan's really good defensively. I think you're seeing that. He probably should have caught that ball. I think he had it in his glove, and then his glove went over the wall. So, trying to play probably as good a defense as we got out there now, Braylon too, but just trying to play the hot guy. We haven't had anybody, consistently play out there.
You mentioned kind of being a logjam in the SEC West right now. Does that encourage you guys a little bit to understand you're still right there in the thick of things?
It is for us. I mean, we've talked about it. I mean, and you know, there's a lot of teams that fight through this league, and then they have, you know, you just got to get to the postseason, and then you have a great postseason. And we spoke a little bit. I showed the team before the game. I always love one shining moment after the NCAA basketball tournament. So we watched that and talked about it. We talked about North Carolina, how they struggled early this year and became one of the best teams in the country. And so we've had our struggles, but we have talent and we can play. And they're starting to play a little bit better every day. So I think that's a piece for us that we just got to keep fighting. And it won't be easy. The SEC, the West, the East, it doesn't matter. We play them all, and we're gonna have to keep competing, and we have to keep getting better.
Are you planning on rolling with that same weekend rotation this weekend?
We haven't totally decided yet, but we'll look at it now that we got through this game. We're just trying to. This was a little bit scary game because we went through so many arms on Sunday, Sunday and Saturday. So it'll be pretty close.
Speaking of all those arms, how do you feel about your bullpen today compared to what you did maybe 10 days ago?
Yeah, better. I mean, a lot better probably. So coming out of that Alabama series, our bullpen kind of hurt us. It'd be nice to get Cole Cheatham going a little bit. I think he could really help us. We need another left-handed arm there. So, but yeah, the 4 righties have been pretty good lately.